so many, I guess you would call them colloquialisms or phrases that we just use in common everyday talk. Like, you never know what somebody is going through, or it's easier said than done. Just things that we just say. But what do they really mean? I was just watching, right before I started recording, I was just watching 48 Hours, and I said I wasn't gonna watch it because I was like, hey, you have to get X, Y, and Z done, you have a schedule. And then I got like sucked into this episode where, and these are true stories of where there was a couple who, from an optic standpoint, looked happily married, multimillionaires, living the American dream. And then in their reality, there was a lot of turmoil, toxicity, distrust, anger, fighting, all types of things. And the husband ended up murdering the wife. And you're like, what? And it's just a reminder of like, optics are just that. It's what it looks like. And you just never know what people are going through. I just had a relative post that they had been, battling an illness for months. And they posted it on the book and literally was like, hey, you found out like everybody else found out, because I had to protect my energy. I had to protect my peace. And I didn't need any bad vibes or any energy that wasn't in the direction of my healing from anybody. So it was something I decided to handle privately. It just made me think about like, wow, that you just never know. And I thought about how we go through life. I'm guilty. I've made videos about it, about comparison, right? They say comparison is the thief of joy. Looking at what this other person is doing, wondering why I don't have it yet, why haven't I made it yet, why they get it and I don't, when's my time coming, all those type of things. All these are phrases I can relate to, right? And then you think about it, but do you really know the backstory of these people that you're seeing that have it, or you think have it, that seem to be quote unquote ahead of you, but you don't know. You don't really know. People that you can look at every single day, even people that you may speak to, relatives, friends, people are fighting so many private battles, and that you just have no idea. Literally this week, because I was making it my mission to check in with folks, I called 2 people, and I can appreciate this. When I asked them, hey, how are you doing? Both responded with, I'm okay. And the first time I'm like, oh, just okay? And they were like, okay. Not the I'm blessed and highly favored, or I'm doing great, or I'm doing good. Because that's what we do. That's how we respond when that's not our truth. And I could appreciate that, because sometimes you're just trying to make it to the next day, trying to put one foot in front of the other. And I appreciate that too, for people just trying to keep going. I read something the other day, and some stuff, it's like, just survive it. Just survive it. And maybe you can't do it with a smile. And maybe it's a struggle. Maybe it's pulling yourself out of bed every day, but it's just surviving it. It's just getting through it. And it's not always beautiful either. Sometimes it's ugly just to get through, but just to get through and to keep going and put one foot in front of the other. So hopefully this comes out in the holiday season. But I just want to remind and encourage everybody, and this is my own personal reset, because a couple of people that I've checked in with recently, I'm just floored to hear some of the things that they've been going through. And not to give an excuse, but one of the reasons I haven't been checking in with people as much as I'd like is I've been going through my own stuff, right? And that's another thing to extend grace. Maybe you haven't heard from people. Maybe they haven't had the time to reach out, to connect, to celebrate, or just to say hi, how you're doing, because they're going through their own hell. Extend grace to people. But my challenge or my ask of you, as we just reset how we love on people, how we talk with people, how we connect with people, and just check in with folks, right? And sometimes they may not tell you all their business, and they don't owe you that. You know, people don't owe you to tell you all the details of what they're going through. They may just say, hey, could you just keep me in your thoughts and prayers? I'm having a time right now. And that's enough. That's it. They say period. That's enough. Just remember to do that for your friends, your family, your loved ones, even maybe some distant acquaintances. Just remember, in these times, there's so much going on in the world that, you know, people sometimes need a listening ear. Sometimes they need a good thought, a good prayer, just good energy. So in this time and season, if you're not able to physically connect with someone, definitely give them a call, and just extend some love and kind words, and maybe even a listening ear to somebody who's going through, or that you may not even think is going through, but they have their own private battles. So that's my reset for today, is just remember that you never know. You may think you know. Looks may be deceiving. And as one of my YouTube pastors says, smiling faces tell lies. So just remember that just because somebody's smiling doesn't mean that they don't have their own pain, and they're maybe just smiling through the pain just to get through. So I just want you all to remember that in this time and in this season, and take that with you into the new year as well. Talk to y'all soon.